Greetings, online entrepreneurs, marketers, and all other opportunists. As you have been growing your business online, you may come across tools, services that have incrementally given you a slight edge. What we're going to share with you today is going to give you an entire shift of new income stream, new possibility, and a new way to look at your business by possibly launching your own affiliate program. That's right. Whether you have been an affiliate as a marketer or you have a product, service, course that you can deliver to the marketplace, we provide now the infrastructure through what we're going to be discussing, both Sharpen here and Warren, the two co-founders of this company that's bringing this platform to life and giving, I guess, the same way Uber has given accessibility to the coveted medallion of the taxi service, the same way Airbnb has given your home the ability to become a Hilton's hotel, is we're giving you the infrastructure to actually go out and build your own army of sales reps, of affiliates, of multi-level compensation, and that I think is going to do a lot of wonders to help scale up a lot of businesses that would like to get out into the market and use the most cost-effective and the most potent form of marketing, which is word of mouth. And with that, I'll let Sharpen, who is the architect of this new form of marketing that is now accessible. It's not new, but it's much more accessible to the everyday person, the everyday online entrepreneur. And with that, Sharpen, what was the thought process of actually bringing this to life? And then we'll discuss the technicalities.
Thank you, Sal, for giving the platform to talk about the platform. As people may or may not know, we're watching this video, myself and Warren started a company called Global Xchange. Yeah. This company had several ambitions. One of the primary ambition is to create what was a operating system that allows people to access the full potential of the crypto markets. Mm-hmm. And we built a lot of different consumer products over the years, and we've deployed them. Some of the people have used them, and we are obviously always investing to try to make them better. One of the things that we always had a focus on that we actually just never came to realize is how can we take some of these consumer products that we've built that are hosted and deployed using Global Xchange, and how can we offer them as a service to entrepreneurs? Because entrepreneurs today are so dynamic, particularly with the circumstances that we're in. People are understanding the value of being able to digitally procure and deliver your products and services, to be able to, as you said, build a global kind of sales force. Yep. Without investing into OpEx or and making sure that you have a voice that's representing your product. And so we looked at something like what we did for Global Exchanges, which is develop that entire stack and look at how we can deliver that so that any entrepreneur with really a click of a button can take his existing business or a new business idea and bring it to life. We call this platform the Virtual Sales Agency, or VSA for short form. You can find it at virtualsales.agency, not virtualsalesagency.com, virtualsales.agency. And so what it is it's a multi-participant ecosystem that will allow entrepreneurs to express their products and services inside their own custom-built application where they can sell products, where they can offer their clients payment solutions to buy their products, and where they can offer their clients a opportunity to become a partner with them and share in the revenue for sharing their products. And so that amount of infrastructure would have cost anyone. I know how much it cost us, but I know it also cost other people, in the millions of dollars to set up. And our goal was to bring that price point down so that everybody can do that, whether you just have an idea or you're a fully thriving business already.
Now, with that being put on the table, let's organize those puzzle pieces and get the clear image. On the table. What you're saying is that you're providing a platform which initially started out as Global Exchange to consumers, yes. And now that model that you've made for Global Exchange to get to consumers and use a multi-tiered network effect to cover a global audience, you can now white label that. Correct. To the entrepreneurs that have their own crypto or non-crypto e-commerce or course, online and offline service or product or anything of value that they want to distribute through either a one level of affiliate program, multi-tiered affiliate program, any sort of compensation that you want to give to your sales force, you're able to create and design that with now this white labeled version of what was initially started as kind of a global exchange to consumer, one directional platform. Now that infrastructure can be duplicated for any entrepreneur.
Sounds like an explanation. Do you want me to elaborate?
Sure.
Okay, so because it wasn't really a question, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know about Global Exchange, let me give you the quickest summary. Global Exchange is a type of company that I deem, and it's not a real word I'm about to use, but I've come up with it and I plan on making it a real word, which is called a market platform, which is essentially a platform that provides multiple sets of concurrent markets between different stakeholders in that business. Could be users, could be affiliates, could be obviously the corporate staff, could be end customers, it could be a bunch of different people, could be different types of customers within that platform, traders, etc. And Global Exchange is exactly what that is.
Okay, and what? Make sure that's time looping.
Boss, first of all, do you have a ringtone? Like a real song that plays when someone calls your phone? Yeah, you do. You seriously have a real song? You have a song?
No.
No, right? No. You have the default iPhone
Default.
thing, right?
One thing I did was when someone messages me on WhatsApp, I did change the tone.
Per person?
No, only did that for one person.
Of course.
Yeah. So okay, so with that.
Are we gonna get back into it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do I just want you to go straight into it?
No. I'll
yeah, you jump back in.
Warren, I wanted to get your perspective about this transition that Global Exchange has created both for their audience who are already members of Global Exchange and kind of the demographic that we're going after now, because it has now opened up a whole new category of clientele for Global Exchange and Global Exchange brokers to now go and capture. One was the everyday consumer that may needed Global Exchange services, which were primarily based in crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto, both ways, and a myriad of other crypto transactions. And now we're opening up crypto and non-crypto services to a new demographic of clientele that is more B2B. Is that correct?
Correct. But initially, we hadn't even had a broker situation. So we're probably through 10 different renditions of Global Exchange at this point before coming to where we are right now. And every single time we take one step, we look at it and we do a little bit of a diversion and we pivot just a little bit, and we've done that many, many times to get to where we are right now. And the products and the technology that we've been able to develop at this point are like, there just simply isn't anything like that outside of Global Exchange anywhere in the world. And that transition has not been like, okay, let's go from here to here. It has been a very gradual transition that has developed over the last 18 months of us putting these products together. Shorpon's brain just works in very mysterious ways, and his ability to be able to come up with these different products has been amazing.
I think this different product, the VSA, opens up a whole new door for a different type of clientele that will actually allow for the expansion of not just our services, but the brokers that will also be able to get these clienteles. And we wanted to break that down both for people that are interested in whether you want to become a broker of GX to go and get these VSA clients, or you yourself would like to become a VSA client because you have a product, service, course, or something that you want to turn into an affiliate program as your means of distribution. Now, what exactly would they be getting when they go to become a client of Virtual Sales Agency?
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, there needs to be somewhat of an understanding of why the things that we're giving away are valuable to an entrepreneur. So, there are some elements of the virtual sales agency that are just predicated on cost cutting and consolidation for entrepreneurs,
Okay.
right? So what I mean by that is, if you're already paying for some type of marketplace where you're selling your products, this is included into that. If you're already paying for POS software, this is included in that. So there's some element of, okay, we're giving you what you already use in a more convenient fashion.
Okay.
But then there's the way that the solution is delivered requires some understanding of what I call, or what I would deem as the way that online businesses are transitioning. So if you're running an online business right now, or you want to run an online business, or you are selling for someone else's online business and you want to, grow your kind of internal stature, the key here is to actually have a captive customer base,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And captivity in the digital world is not like captivity in the analog world. Captivity in the analog world means you're the only McDonald's in Brownsville. That's kind of, well, unfortunately, that's where you're going to have to go. Captivity in the digital world means you as an entrepreneur have to have your customer data, right? And I know for a fact that right now, the vast majority of entrepreneurs online don't have their customer data. They export that to third-party services that they can potentially get that from, but they don't have that as a convenient kind of analytics for them to use. So that's super important. That data has to be tied to your brand, right? So it's like, if you're using Amazon to sell your product, that's great because Amazon has a lot of eyeballs, right? But what now is happening is, even if Amazon's willing to give you that data, which that is questionable that they will, but even if they are, that data is inextricably tied to the Amazon brand.
Because the client only knows Amazon.
Exactly. And that's a very dangerous place to be in as an entrepreneur, as these companies start to grow. What you need to do is you need to have direct customer connection. So that's the first thing that the VSA provides as a solution. So when you open up a VSA, you're getting your own web application, almost like your own Amazon.com, let's call it, right? People have to log in to be into your application so that they can see all of the things that we're about to allow you to offer them.
Okay.
So that right there, you must understand how important that is. And number two, you must understand what type of database and what type of kind of painstaking work you would have to put in if you wanted to set that up, right? Now
A membership login,
right? And so now you have customers who are registering for free with your brand, building an allegiance to yourself. Great. Once they log in, they're getting 3 different platforms within their VSA that they get to market as their brand. So I'm just going to use you, and I'm going to say that you sell cat food. So that Sal's Cat Food is the first online distributor of cat food in the United States, and he wants to now grow his business with VSA. He would then be launching a virtual sales agency. So what we would give you, of course, you can procure the domain, we can help you procure the domain, is this application, is this place where people log in, sign up to Sal's Cat Food application.
as a customer or as an affiliate?
As a customer first, always as a customer first, and we're going to explain why that's important. I mean, of course, you can brute force someone to become an affiliate, but let us do your job, let us do the job and make it easier so you don't have to do that. As soon as the customer is able to sign up and get into your application, and I'm going to substitute the word application for, I like to call it a garden, because really what you're doing is you're subtly bringing them in by invoking some type of incentive just for them to sign up for free, and then now you have not just their data captive, but you have the ability to seduce them with pretty flowers and things like that. These are just, I'm using this kind of colorful metaphors because it does not exist on Amazon. You cannot do any of this on Amazon, right? It's not that Amazon is not a great platform, but Amazon's a platform that drives efficiency. What we're talking about is driving your brand, which are completely opposite sides of the spectrum. Once your client logs in, you are offering him 3 different things. Number 1, a marketplace, which is the first product within our virtual sales agency solution.
Which is where you display all of your products and services.
Exactly. So for people that need to visualize that, I'm sure it'll appear on the screen, but if they can't, if they need even more explanation, it is basically a Shopify store, right? Yeah. Here you will be able to release your products, give descriptions about your products, give images about your products, talk about why your products are great. You can build review systems, you can build commenting systems. It is your Shopify store. The only difference is you have the customer data by the time they get into this, right? So now they're going and perusing through your products. You can launch subscriptions and everything like that. Okay. The element of the marketplace that makes it better than Shopify, because I don't think our actual marketplace is better than Shopify, but what makes it more important for the entrepreneur is because you get to check out without leaving your app.
Wow.
Let me repeat that.
Yeah.
When someone wants to buy your product, they are not being redirected to our website. They're not being redirected to PayPal. They're not being redirected to Stripe. They're not being redirected to anywhere.
They stay native.
They're staying in. You are offering a checkout process within your app. 1 button, 2 buttons.
How professional does that look?
I mean, it's who has that? Like Amazon.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you'd have to
that
think about
degree.
that exactly, right? So unless you're the capacity of those companies, you don't even conceive of. You don't even think it's.
Yeah.
You don't even think it's an achievable kind of a thing to put.
It's
into
always
your
a
business.
redirect.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, and we're going to explain why that's possible in the second platform. So, first is very simple. You're selling your products, right? Second kind of page, second platform inside of your application that you're offering your clients through the VSA is a wallet application. So if you guys have used digital wallets in the past, I'm going to assume that they have. If they haven't, there's tremendous amount of digital wallets, both dollars, crypto, everything like that. What you get to offer is a crypto wallet and a fiat currency wallet, probably dollars, to your customer, so they can now keep balances in both of those assets with your company, right? So let me explain first why this is important and then how it works. Why this is important, I genuinely believe we are breaking ground with this, with this part.
Yeah.
The most successful retail application. Retail applications means a mobile app launched by a brick and mortar store. Okay? Obviously not launched by like an internet company, like Facebook is like an internet company. I'm saying the most successful mobile app is released by a physical store is Starbucks. Starbucks. Doesn't have the most customers. McDonald's has more customers than Starbucks, right? Doesn't have the most global reach. KFC has a bigger global reach, for example, than Starbucks does. And both of those companies have apps. The reason Starbucks was incredibly successful with their mobile app, because they knew their mobile app wasn't a way of selling products, but collecting payments. They knew what business they were in when they were getting into that. And why is this important? Starbucks understood that something like coffee is a very volatile product, because when it's so cheap and so convenient and so readily available that there's no guarantee that there's it's not like a product that's going to be you buy once a year, right? It's literally a daily product, right? And geography plays a large part into that. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to ensure their success by pre-collecting your money, their revenue. So imagine Starbucks 20 years ago comes to you when you go try to buy a coffee from them and say, hey, how would you like to leave $30 in cash with us so that...
As credit.
Just as a tab, like a bar tab or whatever, right? So that every time you want to come back here, you already have money. You would have been beyond confused, right? You would have been...
I'll just pay next time.
I'll just pay next time. I'm going to be back here tomorrow, right? You'll be terribly confused to even for them to ask that. So they had to essentially take that, crazy message and embed it in a way that doesn't look so crazy. And they did it so magnificently. What they did is they said, here, you have a Starbucks, I don't know if they're called a wallet, but a Starbucks account. And if you pay through this account, which means you have to use credit card, the same credit card you would be using at Starbucks, you use it in your app, but you make a larger deposit, let's say $10 or whatever. And if you do that and you use the app to pay in store, then you get XYZ discount. Okay. So what is the difference? What's the big difference here? Number one, for those running a business and collecting online payments, this is a life-changing difference, because now you are collecting your revenue far before your customer is actually buying your products. So there's this element of having free cash flow. Number two, you are guaranteeing that your customer is going to buy those products, right? Once you load up a Starbucks card,
that's
you're
Starbucks.
Buying Starbucks with that, right? Unfortunately, you're not going to go and deviate from that plan, right? So there, you're driving and you see a Dunkin' Donuts, but you realize you have $10 on your Starbucks card. Guess what? You're going to drive the extra couple minutes and go to Starbucks, right? And so that right there is something obviously Starbucks spend millions and millions of dollars to build, in terms of their infrastructure. What cryptocurrency has done? Not obviously, we didn't have anything to do with particularly this, but what it has done is it allows anybody in some degree to create that same logistics environment, because what Starbucks had to build in terms of a back-end payment infrastructure, which they probably had to collaborate with the likes of whatever their merchant processor, their bank and everything like that, you don't have to do. Bitcoin takes care of.
That is very true.
Right? So there's a huge advantage, a huge stepping block that we got to leverage. What we've done for you is we've taken the pain out of managing multiple, if not hundreds, maybe thousands of Bitcoin wallets that now you can issue to your customer under your brand. So let me repeat that again because it might go unappreciated. You are offering your customers a fiat wallet and a crypto wallet that they can trade between, deposit into, convert out of, and use, most importantly, to buy your products.
Wow.
You are giving them a bar tab without even saying that.
Yeah.
And you're giving them value propositions so they leave money with you.
Right.
And now you see its money is right there. It's so much easier to convince them to buy something. The products on your marketplace page, you can now incentivize the hell out of for them to buy. So
not only that
go ahead.
too, it's a lot easier for them to transfer funds between certain people.
Oh man,
If the mother wants to give the daughter some money that she needs to go buy some clothes or she needs to go buy some food somewhere, anything like that, she can just go on her app and a couple clicks and the daughter has the money that she can just walk in and pay for.
Wow, I've never even talked about that. So the technology behind GX Transfer, which is our inter database ledger system, is actually also given to the VSA, so that if Sal's cat food app has two users, let's say me and Warren, and we buy cat food at different kind of proximity, different propensities, I can send him money now, very similar to like an Amazon gift card being able to be sent online. So all of that, what I'm trying to get across is we're giving this to you because we know you're not in the payments business. You're not in the exchange business. You never wanted to be.
Right, exactly.
Right? But what we do know is that if you were a Starbucks, Starbucks is also not in the payments business, and is also not in the point of sale business or anything like that. But what they understood is to sell coffee more efficiently.
Yeah, exactly.
To sell our main products, courses, coffee, cat food, whatever it is, consulting, whatever it is that you sell. If you can have a robust wallet infrastructure where instead of worrying, does my client have money for his membership? Does he have enough money to pay for it? Am I talking to a qualified lead? So many different questions you'd have to ask. Or, oh my God, am I going to go through the pain of making the sale and then my credit card processor is going to reject the payment? Happened to us many times, right? Or am I going to go through a process of making the sale, thinking that I'm talking to Jim, who's in the United States, but really I'm talking to Jim in Germany and he doesn't have Zelle and I only accept Zelle. So many kind of risks you're running when you don't control the payments infrastructure. Right?
That is very interesting. You just said control the payment system, which most people don't have any degree of control in that area. No. They're at the mercy of the merchant processor, and now that point of weakness becomes a point of strength.
Huge strength, and you're at the weakness of your customers' inefficiencies, typically, when you're talking about payments, right?
Now speaking of payments, what are the ways in which the entrepreneur, in which the person that is actually putting the system in place for their customers, and then soon we'll talk about for their affiliates, what are the ways in which they can accept payments?
Great question. So let's first, I'm sure this will come out visually. So there is the marketplace, which is the holy grail, the garden, right?
The visual shopping window.
Correct. So why that's important is because that's where all of your potential revenue lies, right? Yeah. Okay. We know that if someone, wanders into the marketplace, they can pay instantly without leaving the marketplace in almost any asset because the native payment checkout system is built in. That checkout system is connected to your wallet application. Okay, so let me rephrase that just to be very clear. Money from the outside world, whether in crypto or in fiat, first come into your wallet or your customer's wallet. Yeah. Then he now has money in his wallet. Okay. He can leverage that, not leverage, he'd use that in the marketplace to pay for products. Okay? So by the time he pays for your products, right now all the products are denominated in USD, but the client can pay for it in any asset, and all of that's already taken care in the checkout tab. But my point being is, you're receiving USD that you already had.
Oh, I see. Because it was like the Starbucks credit already deposited into the client's account for primarily your service.
Correct.
And then they just, after maybe consulting with you, after maybe browsing it more, they can through one button make that purchase,
and
make
now,
that subscription.
Exactly. Now it's essentially like going from their wallet to your wallet,
Correct.
right? But all of these wallets are branded in your company's names, right? So you're going to accept it. You're going to get. So if we could go into as detailed as you want in terms of like payouts and things like that, but I'll leave that up to you. But one thing I will say is that the key here is to get as much assets from the outside world into your wallet app, because the larger that pool is, the larger your revenue potential is.
And you can put in incentives to encourage your customers to put in 3 months of payments, leave it there, or pay 3 months in advance for a discount, or some sort of special promotion for simply holding the next 6 months of subscription in there so that you can ensure your future revenue.
I mean, I mean, I could talk about just that point for so long. It's
so brilliant.
Astonishing. Costco has survived as probably number 2 retailer in the United States next to Walmart, obviously offline. Costco's incredible. Do you know how much more efficient their business is than Walmart's? Walmart is taking colossal merchandising risk every day in the tunes of tens of billions. Costco's not doing any such thing. Costco's pre-booking its revenues, and that's the difference. Is not just about the fact the $60 or whatever you're paying Costco. The difference is they know you. Costco's like the first, Costco's like the first data-driven retailer, right?
True.
They knew you before you came in to make a purchase because you signed up for the Costco membership, very similar to like how Amazon, spies on you. They were doing it more offline, right? The key here is that what you're doing now is you're creating, and we use the word system, control the payment system. The word I want repetitively talked about when it comes to VSA is you're controlling the supply chain. You're controlling the entire supply chain. When you're talking about a digitally delivered product, and I know some people are also doing offline products, but when you're talking about a digitally delivered product, there is no supply chain. You're making probably content, right? Education or content, consulting, and you're selling it. But that's not true, because even though there's not a product supply chain, there is now still a payment supply chain, right? And that payment supply chain is so complex, we don't need to go into that right now, and now you're internalizing all of that. In other words, and Warren, I'm gonna hear what you say, but in other words, the sale is done as soon as the money comes into your wallet, right?
Even before they buy the product.
Even before they bought the product, unless of course your product is just atrocious, which we hope is not the case. But you get and I know the people that will relate to everything that we're saying are people that you take credit card payments online.
They know the pains of taking credit card payment and chargebacks, which that is a huge area.
We'll have to do another video on chargebacks. Just that in terms of
the benefits here.
You are only issuing products and credit after you receive the money.
And held funds even.
And held funds.
I was going to say though, maybe it's important for them to understand how it's possible for them to be able to not leave their site and make those payments.
Make the payments to get into the wallet or from wallet into marketplace?
When they're paying for a specific product, I just think it needs to be outlined a little bit clearer.
So essentially what's going to happen is when they click on a product in the marketplace, a tab is going to slide out. We call this Pay by Vault by Global Exchange. Obviously, we're not going to say that on this website, right? It's going to essentially whip out all of the assets that you support in your wallet.
Meaning the methods in which you want to accept payments, whether just fiat, crypto, or both.
Or some exogenous service that you can plug in as well, right? By the way, if you want to redirect to PayPal, that's a possibility. There's no issue with that.
Let's open up that gateway. It could be any service that is native to your nation or that you have accessibility to that you can simply add to, whether it's PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever, WeChat Pay.
Which I mean, there's thousands, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that Warren was trying to say something very particular about that. What is it that you're trying to highlight in terms of the checkout process in the marketplace?
Nothing specific. You mentioned that you were going to explain how that was possible.
I see. Okay, exactly.
So,
really what we're now talking about is the simplicity, the elegance. It's how. I mean, I don't want to to simplify this, because it is actually quite incredible. Once their money is in the wallet, payments is no longer painful. Right? Like there's very justified arguments that payments are the most horrendous element of the online experience.
So what we've discussed so far brings to light how you as an entrepreneur that has a product, a service, a course, or maybe contemplating creating something of value in this time of work from home or work from your laptop and putting that out to the marketplace, and you may be thinking, okay, I can create the product or service. What is my method of distribution other than Facebook ads and whatnot? You can actually utilize what we talked about. One is an A to Z solution of a marketplace that will allow you to go and display all of your services. And then as we discussed, the wallet solution gives you full control over how you accept payments and actually accepting payments prior to your clients even purchasing your product, and building incentives to actually hold more revenue so you can calculate your future earnings and actually get the strength of your clientele base and the strength of your business by getting an overall read of how much is you have in Starbucks credit or your business credit that's already in your pipeline to be paid out to you. The third product that we're going to be discussing brings everything home of how you're going to then take these products and the payment method and actually put together the sales force that's going to help you get this out to a global audience. So with that, let's discuss how any entrepreneur now can launch their own affiliate program and the customization that they can create in their affiliate program.
Okay, this is, I don't have to explain why affiliate programs are important.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's understood. All right. So, because that's a great conversation as well.
Fine, explain.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should do it again, like at some point.
Okay.
Maybe we could start the VSA podcast.
Oh, okay.
The way that Sal has alluded to the power of an affiliate system is again, very similar to payments and not as much similar to e-commerce, but similar to payments where only the largest companies in the world really built multi-tiered, robust affiliate systems, whether you're talking about large network marketing companies or Amazon partners or something like that, right? Okay, the cold hard truth is that nobody wants to come to your garden. Right? Like, let's start with that. You built a garden, you're not Amazon, you're Sal, nobody's trying to come. That's why you sell on Amazon, because they've spent the colossal amount of money to get eyeballs, right? So now the question is, are you trying to outspend them? That's probably not the greatest idea. So now you have to create what I call the most, it's like the stealth, it's like the Alexander the Great military version of marketing, which is how can you take the limited customers you can attract and turn them not into just, as like Warren Buffett says, very happy customers that's going to go and evangelize your business. No, as you said, a global sales force that has tactile incentives to grow your brand.
Wow.
And so, I mean, it deserves another show.
Yeah.
But just now skipping over that and coming to this, why is that not obvious, right? Why doesn't everyone who sells samosas or shoes also do that, right? Why doesn't every Udemy teacher do that? Like, why doesn't anybody do that?
Yeah.
Well, the reason actually because of tracking. Right? It's extraordinarily difficult to track things, especially analog, right? But even in the digital world, if you don't control your customer base, you can't track anything. If you're using another platform, or if you don't have a way to consume your customers' data, you can't track anything. And so in order to build an affiliate program, you need to have actually a robust customer database set, which we've covered in the first part of this. So now you solve that problem. Now you know who every single one of your customers are with unique identifiers, emails, and whatever, right? Now, the first thing that we do is we're giving you embedded, you don't even think about this ever with the VSA, is a complete tracking system that connects the genealogy of every single customer. Okay, let me take a step back. Nobody can sign up for your app. Okay, nobody can buy a product without signing up.
Right.
And nobody can sign up for your app without the referral link of someone else that's already in your app, right? And it's not a complicated referral link. It's your sign-up page plus one, right? Or plus a number.
Right.
And let me explain to you why that's advantageous before I explain to you how you're going to monetize. The reason that's advantageous is you don't want a singular customer that wasn't brought in by someone else. that breaks actually the kind of the stability of what you're trying to create here, which is investment-free marketing. Let me repeat that for those people that don't really understand that. Investment-free marketing.
That's true.
People that come from traditional advertising, that will never make sense to them, right? When you spend the greatest customer acquisition model in planet Earth is Facebook ads. It is just by far head and tails above everything else. To run a Facebook ad, it's the most cheap, it is by far the cheapest, most efficiently priced. It will cost you a fortune at scale, right? And the idea then is that do you have the cash positions to be able to do that, right? Do you have the clarity around your course to be able to even do those type of analytics? Probably not. With an affiliate program, you're getting soldiers, your customers that love your product to function as, again, it is so rudimentary to call them just salespeople, because they're so much more than that. They're salespeople, they're like effective brand introduction artists, they are onboarding specialists, you're probably your first line of customer support,
that's
right?
True.
They're also like what you would like go to business school for, like emergency control. Like if some shit goes wrong with your brand, they're also your first line of defense. It's unbelievable what you're getting for free 99. So now, since everything is tracked, everybody, even if they're not an affiliate yet, feels a level of ownership over the growth of your brand. Right? That is another reason why these type of affiliate programs, I think, are going to become much more mainstream. If Amazon already hasn't made it mainstream, I think it's just going to become painfully mainstream. Because it's not just about earning commissions, although that's going to be a very lucrative component about this. It's not just about that. It's about the fact that I found Sal's cat store when it had no customers, and it's because I told Joe, Bob, and Dylan that now he's expanded into 3 other states. And now, and so that type of ownership over the growth of a product you love is so important, and right now so missed. Now, let me explain to you the element why I started with the tracking. Even in typical affiliate marketing structures, sometimes customers get affiliate links, sometimes they don't. That's kind of up to the company. In our case, everyone does. Number 2, and this is the most important, there is no capacity to buy a product outside of your account. And there is no capacity to make an account without an affiliate link, which means as soon as someone signed up using your affiliate link, that's yours for life. And that is even different than the way Amazon Partners runs, which is because of a unique purchase every time, right? So they might buy it from your affiliate link the first time and might not the second time. I mean, this tracking system is, in my opinion, worth millions of kind of dollars to any entrepreneur, right? Okay, move on to the actual affiliate system. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say one thing. I think you didn't hit on something that I think is extremely important. I think people go out there when they say it's an affiliate program, and their mindset is around, how am I going to get these affiliates? How am I going to go out there and get these agents? But with this system, they don't need to do that. They just need to go get customers. And the customers is automatically an affiliate agent for them. And that's why I think that's very important.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's even one step, it's one step easier than that. It's not even to get the customers, it's to get them to sign up for free, typically. And
to browse.
Yeah, to browse.
The garden.
Right? To browse the garden. I mean, it just reduces the friction by umpteen amounts of magnitude. So now talk about the actual affiliate marketing opportunity.
Okay.
Coming back to you, speaking to you as an entrepreneur, we've given you this tracking system. Again, nobody will know that you're using it. And even you won't think that it's how much work is being done in the background, right? But now every single one of your customers that you have data about has a link. Great. That link should be front and center all the time, right? Because what it's saying to them is, hey, anyone else that needs this product that you so happen to like, hey, sign up for free. Great. So that we're going to just assume that's a given. Now let's go into turning a casual referrer, which is what I call like everyone. Warren, everybody is a referrer, and now we're kind of just we're kind of streamlining that process. But now, how do you turn a casual referrer into someone who's motivated, right? Someone who is motivated with clear concepts of the opportunity at hand. So for that, we've given you a page or like a product within your application that you offer to your clients. So let's go again. First page, marketplace. Second page, wallet. Third page, you can call it whatever you want. We call it affiliates. So there's an affiliates tab in your application that everyone gets to see when they sign up. And in this affiliates tab, when they land on it, there is a like a one-page explanation website inside of your app where you get to explain them what the opportunity is. You get to explain them what's the magnitude of your what are you giving them
to customers and
well, they're customers.
Yeah, okay, to customers.
To customers who stumble into that,
Okay.
right? And so now you can tell them what's your opportunity, how much you pay them. We give you the opportunity, we give you the ability to build videos and kind of articulate this, right? So it's very soft. It's a very kind of a mundane way of educating customers that clearly like you enough to sign up for your siloed garden somewhere off in the Himalayas and buy products from you. They like you that much, they probably like you enough to share in your revenue.
Correct.
So, okay, you get to educate them on becoming an affiliate. Again, that's so big because it's like you're not just forcing them to be an affiliate like Warren said.
Right.
Even though you're already giving them the power of tracking. It's so colossally, I can't express how important that is. So now you're educating them on what's the benefits of becoming an affiliate, success stories, and all of this stuff. When they're interested, they click a button and they opt in to be an affiliate. Now you, as the entrepreneur, could set the parameters around that. Now we'll get into some nitty-gritty stuff, right? Which is, with the affiliate, a management product, which is the thing that you'll be using to manage the affiliate platform that you're issuing to your customers. You get to set a couple things. What are the requirements for someone to be an affiliate? Those requirements could be the simplest one. They have to be an active customer, right? They have to spend X amount of money on your products, whatever that is. So there's some requirement. And then, what is your compensation structure? You know what you don't have to worry about? How to track your products and payments, because all of that's already done, right? So we already know your products, because in the marketplace you already had to develop your products, right? Now we're just talking about what's the compensation structure. Now, for those who are not compensation nerds, this is going to get really boring and or confusing, okay? But I'm going to go straight into the details. When you're creating an affiliate plan, and I know Sal will talk about this in great depth or in great simplicity, which is the average entrepreneur. I'm talking about someone like, again, my mom's coffee store. She does affiliate programs like punch cards or hey, if you bring your rudimentary, like the pizza store beside my high school said, if you bring 2 friends, you get your pizza for free, right? Stuff like that. And there's very online, usually, for example, Shopify will give you an affiliate management system for 1 level, right? Stuff like that. 1 level means you're going to allow your customers to get paid on their direct referrals. Make sense? Not the case here. This is developed with the most, I don't know how to explain it, the most intensely irrational compensation structure ever built. That's what we wanted, the capacity for you to be able to launch.
From sane to insane.
And we're talking insane, because we knew if we could allow you through like a drag and drop form type of method to launch your own insane comp plan, which is just full of complexities and points and all of this crazy multi-100 levels and all of this stuff. If we can let you do that just by clicking, then obviously the more rational compensation plans will be fit into that. So what we've created is a compensation plan generator. And this, again, it's just mind-boggling because to conceive of a compensation plan is hard. To explain that to someone who has the ability to structure that database is damn near impossible. And then, of course, to build it out in a way that anybody can plug in simple parameters, like how many legs do you want, how many levels do you want, what's the payout. I mean, it's mind-boggling. I'll let you talk about this, because I know this.
I'm so excited to talk about this. As a marketer, I absolutely love the ability to go from marketing different comp plans, being at the mercy of so many different companies, and not necessarily agreeing with some of their marketing compensation structures, to now having the capacity to design my own and then actually have something to deliver to the marketplace, which, by the way, if you have the ability to not just white label this, but white label a product from another company, another service, bring those two together and just be the Subway sandwich maker and put all these pieces together, and then you have a running, not just a compensation plan, but you have a running business that has a product that you did not create, a compensation plan that you designed, but is managed, and the full infrastructure is done for you, and you can go from your ability to go and market something that you don't control as much to now having your own company that is comprised of quite a few white labeled services. And that is, I think, quite empowering for marketers to make that shift, because after the infrastructure, it is almost the same amount of effort
It's
that you're
exactly
putting.
the same amount of effort.
Exactly. If you're
the
building
same
a downline, this
Yeah.
this takes you to a whole another level. You get to go from whatever rank you are to the CEO of your own brand, and that is extremely empowering. And also the revenue that you get now, the override that you get on everyone is amazing as well. So both from the status point of view as well as the revenue point of view. So hopefully you guys now understand why this is such a game shift from doing what you're already doing as either an online entrepreneur where you're trying to bring a product or service or course to the marketplace, or you're a marketer that's pushing someone else's products and services while being an affiliate, and the lion's share of the revenue is not going towards you. You can both benefit from these three suite of products that comprises the agency of being able to get a marketplace to display all of your products. Well, first and foremost, to get a membership site where all of your free customers can sign in, browse your array of introductory videos or explanations of
any sales process.
Any sales process that you want to integrate in there, and then to go from that to also having integrated the wallet solution, which allows them ease of payment as well as gives you control over the incentives that you want to put in place so that your customers can buy more credit with you that they'll be utilizing to only purchase your subscription or your one-time purchases, and that of course gives you more control over the metrics of your business and also projection of what is to come. And then you tie that in with incentivizing your customers to go out there and have a game plan and a compensation structure as an affiliate to go and expand your business globally. That I think is a wonderful synergy that is very much kept to the elite, and that's why predominantly people are great marketers, great entrepreneurs at the mercy or under the umbrella of other companies, other brands that may have the capacity to pull things out of your feet, the rug from underneath your feet. And if you want to go from that status as an affiliate to a company owner or someone that has something that they can design and bring to the market and build a global force of people that is getting paid to push your product, your service, your course, or anything of value that you find that you want to tie in with what we're offering, then you're more than welcome to do so. With that, this has just been the introductory video of what.
I'll add one more. Sorry,
Sure.
because I did miss something
Sure.
in the affiliate thing. Is that not only do you get to design your own comp plan, but all of your agents, the people that meet your qualifications to become affiliates, now get the entire affiliate back office inside of your app.
Right.
I missed that.
That's
Inside of that, they get their CRM. They get to track their whole team.
the genealogy,
Oh,
the
man.
metrics. Oh man.
Yeah, the genealogy, they get to obviously have campaign links that they can send out. So everything that you can imagine and more from a very state-of-the-art back office for an affiliate, which you probably were, as Sal alluded to, is now being given, just with the click of a button, superimposed with the comp plan you built for the products that you're issuing. So I just wanted to put that out there. Warren, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you think, Shorpon, that Global Exchange at one point is going to offer services that somebody can go on and just click on if they want to create their own network marketing product? Let's say they want to create a social media company,
Yeah.
that GX will offer those services, and they don't even have to go find those products or services themselves, that they can go on and just click
This is
and
some
make.
next level templating right here.
Yeah.
Like the VSA line of solutions and products, which Global Exchange powers, right now is built completely for someone who has ideas,
Yeah.
right? And so Warren is alluding to a reality where their ideas are so rudimentary that it's basically just an industry, right? It could be like, I want to sell shoes, or I want to be a social network. Definitely, one of the things that we're very grateful for and that we're hyper transparent and excited about is the fact that every VSA teaches us a colossal amount, right?
Yeah.
We have a couple
needs of
VSAs
the
going
market.
right now. We've had white label clients in the past. Obviously, Global Exchange still runs its enormous consumer business, so we can learn everything from our very mean customers every day, which is a great teacher for us to be able to build things to help you guys, so that when you guys are dealing with your customers, that there's the infrastructure to support that. But kind of what I'm saying at is, I think as we roll out the first 20 VSAs, because I know there's a promotion, we probably won't speak about that, right? But as we roll out the first 20 VSAs, we would love to have all of them in different industries. We would love to have all of them in different countries so that we can kind of get to know the people. These 20 VSAs will have a unique experience because they're going to have a really high-touch contact with myself and the rest of the integration team. Really, it still doesn't take anything more than a day or two to set up a VSA if you have all of your branding and products figured out. Obviously, if you need some ideation help on that, it might take a little longer, but if you don't, it's really good to go. But by the time the 20th VSA or this promotion concludes, it'll be just a self-serve process, right? And the evolution of that self-serve process is then templated self-serve processes. Of course, offline, super interesting for us. Online, I think we got pretty much down packed. Offline is going to be fascinating to help people launch VSAs for, as we said, cat food stores or veterinarian clinics, doctor offices. We're going to see really how, having robust payment infrastructure, a global marketing team for free, and having your own digital marketplace is going to actually embolden, I think at this point, about millions of businesses during what is an unprecedented time, to say the least.
Precisely. And so with that, I do want to conclude by letting you guys know that although this has been an introductory vision of what is presented to you, that hopefully gives you some glimpse of what is possible now that we are adding new dimensions that you may not have had access to previously, that there will be more specific videos that come out that will give you a back office tutorial of all the features that we discussed, so you can actually see the integration, see some other white labeled versions that are operational, see how the genealogy looks, the marketplace, the wallet, and all the features.
Customer view and also your view.
Yeah, absolutely. Customer and your, and is the affiliate view different than the customer view?
No, you actually to launch a VSA, you need to sign up with Global Xchange first, and then you also view your app the way everyone else views.
Okay.
But there's a series of enterprise applications that we also give to you to manage different elements of your VSA.
Now, the way that I want to conclude this is by announcing the promotion that is going on for the early adopters, for the opportunists, that will give them a chance to really take this to the market and prove the model, as well as really come out with something new before I think a lot of people realize that they're putting in all the effort and getting cut out by all the middlemen that is between them and their clients.
One thing I would like to say, because you talked about that again, I've never met a marketer that likes his deal.
Oh, yeah.
I've never met one.
Of course. So
I've yet to meet one who says, oh yeah, the agreement that I have with my company is fabulous. But
sometimes you do the math, you're like, I'm bringing in 10
that
clients
always
at $170 per month,
those late night
and
thoughts.
they're only paying me, what, $300 a month? Wait. I'm bringing like $2,000 into the company, and where's that revenue going?
Correct.
Not to you.
It's not just that, but it's also like, some of the greatest network marketers I've seen are people that essentially, like stopped their downline from needing any services above them. Because they were kind of in a place of scarcity, because they just found what the company was putting out was so bad. So they built training videos, like literally did everything. They did everything you would need to do to start your own company, and that actually made them quite successful. You can look at Holton Bugs or anything like that. It made them very successful to do that. But my point being is, I mean, they've literally done everything. The mental, I guess, hill of like, well, I can't do this myself has just been eviscerated for what, a couple $1,000.
We have flattened the curve.
Yes.
So with that, I do want to announce the promotion that is going on for the next 20 VSA clients. The products that were discussed, the marketplace, which is normally $2,500 per month, the wallet service, which is also $2,500 per month, and the affiliate program, which is I did remember, which is $2,500 plus an additional $500, so thus $3,000 per month, are all discounted by how much percent?
50%.
50 whole percent, meaning that the $2,500 goes to $1,250, and $1,500. Are they grandfathered in?
Oh yeah, forever.
Oh wow, okay. So it's not just that is a monthly ongoing service cost, which if you think about it is extremely low and gives you the ability to test your skill set out, test out your theory at a lower price point, because many companies might say, give us 50 grand and we'll set it up. That is an extreme high barrier to entry, and you might gather the 50K and realize that you should have done your model differently, and now you're out of the 50K that you needed. So here at the low entry cost, you're able to actually enter the market, do the field research, and either find success or make the modifications without it completely depleting your bank account. Now,
We'll actually go one step further.
what's that?
If they buy two, we'll give them the third one for free.
Whoa, when did this happen? When did this happen?
I think it happened on the sofa. But,
On the sofa?
No, that's $2,500
Yes.
for the three.
$2,500,
Wait.
and you're tossing in the affiliate program.
Whoa, the $3,000 one,
I
you're
would
tossing
toss in
it?
the other one. You
No,
should toss in the
yeah.
other one, but okay.
No,
So
We're figuring this out right now.
yeah, it's super planned out. But the point, actually, I understand what you're saying. If they buy the marketplace, which is $2,500, and they buy the wallet, which is $2,500, under the promotion, that is $1,250,
right.
collectively $2,500.
Okay.
Warren is willing to give the affiliate program,
No.
which is by far, guys, let me be very
No.
clear. The
Is he allowed to do that?
I don't know, but we'll find
Warren,
out.
what are you doing?
No, but he's basically saying that you get all three for $2,500 if you're one of the first 20 customers.
Wow.
If you are not one of the first 20 customers, I think you resume to regular prices. I think, let me just harp on one thing. It's not about the $2,500 you're saving this month. It's about the $2,500
Yeah.
you're saving every month.
Wow.
So let's be very clear. That is a colossal saving. So if you're kind of just sitting on the fence, it makes no sense to sit on the fence beyond 20 people. Like if you're gonna sit on the fence, sit on for a while, or change your mind right now.
No.
Let me just put that one thing into what Sal said. It's so important. Again, I don't want to make it too circumstantial because I'm sure this video will be used way after the pandemic is done. But in the case of when you're looking at how businesses need to be efficient, what you need to understand is that you need to drive essential business processes in obviously the cheapest fashion, but in a fashion that is not reliant on something else. So typically why businesses fail, I see the online businesses all the time, right? They sign up for a ClickFunnels account, great service by the way, sign up for a ClickFunnels account, and then they realize that some other software is better for their business.
Yeah.
Now they can't migrate, or at least not easily,
Yeah.
right? And so whether it's cheaper or better for their business, they're tied in. So if you're a really great company, especially an online company, would develop the core elements of what needs their business to tick in the most efficient fashion. And we've taken that, and I'll tell you how we know that. It's not by complete, it actually has no theoretical evidence. It's all our evidence that we had to use for Global Xchange. So we know what elements of Global Xchange is a luxury for even us to be able to operate and what isn't. And the things that we put into the VSA are the mandatory things to generate revenue, to provide a customer experience, and as you said, grow your business. This for $2,500, $5,000, obviously even for $10,000, because you can make $1 million a month with your VSA. We have no idea what lucrativeness of your products or anything like that. But this is now creating, in my opinion, the closest thing. The reason network marketing was so attractive was because it was unlimited upside, and you knew your expenses. And the reason I didn't open up a Tim Hortons when I was 18 is because I wasn't clear as to what this could cost, and the variance in the cost structure is so great. This is now taking all the elements of what we loved about a stable cost structure and applying it to your actual own business, not someone else's. So really a price point, obviously what Warren said is a bomb that we'll have to unpack. But what I'm trying to get across at a larger scale is if you're running an online business right now and you even have some of the things that we offer, you might want to take a very good look at the dependencies as well as the ability for them to fit your brand. That's the most important thing for people that currently are already purchasing softwares or products for online businesses. I just wanted to put that up.
So first and foremost, I do want to say that the over-exaggeration in my reaction was not fabricated. This was actually
we're
news to
shocked.
both of us.
We're shocked
About that. And the reason why it's so is because $2,500 for someone who's seriously considering launching their own network marketing company is a joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the price of developing a good website.
It absolutely is exactly the price of development. It's literally
So,
the price point of development.
I'm tempted to launch something of my own, and I don't even have
shits
some.
and giggles, yeah, exactly.
So it's very, very. So if you have something and you're looking at, as Sharpan said, whether it's $1 million a month or $1 million a year, or even $10,000 a month that you're able to make and grow that model. Whether it's just, hey, I have a really cool concept and I'm willing to test out my theory into the marketplace, and $2,500 is a great entry point or a feasible entry point, as opposed to tens of thousands of dollars to get all of this infrastructure to actually really scale up what you mentioned is a cost-free method of marketing or building a sales force.
That's insane.
And so it's a really good integration. And so now you know the promotion. Get back to the source through which you found this video, and definitely trace that back to the company. And we'll set up a consultation call with you to see how we can best get your brand integrated into the VSA, and you can have a custom experience, especially amongst the first 20. With that, stay tuned for a lot more.
Lots more explanations are necessary.
Yeah. So I have a lot of work ahead of me. But
and GX brokers, if you're watching this video, because I know you addressed them in the first part, I don't know if they're watching this video, but if you are watching this video, obviously this is built in to the existing compensation structure, which you're benefiting from. Obviously,
another whole video.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot coming. There's a lot what VSAs could do for your existing global exchange
Which it
business.
might be the most effective, potent, and lucrative way
Definitely
to build
the one
your
has the most
brokerage.
upside for the work, right? So that's
With
coming.
that,
It's another video.
I want to thank these gentlemen for their time and for their brain power in creating this and opening this up to the world. As I opened up this with the same way that Uber has changed the world, the same way that Airbnb has changed the world, something like this, and I won't be as grandizing to say that it will change the world, but has the potential to change the world and the economics of so many people, that if they only had the means to do that has the hustle and the firepower, but does not have the infrastructure. We're providing that infrastructure, and now it's up to you to do the rest. We're here to serve you, and with that, we'll catch you on the very next video.
Thanks, Al.